Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our usual chat that we have about the strategies in our portfolio that have performed the best over the last period. One of the coaches at the Unger Academy here, and in this brand new video, we're going to be taking a look at two strategies that have done well recently on the NASDAQ market and have managed to generate gains of $69,000 starting from January 2022. Now, if you want to get the rules of these strategies, just comment below the video with the word NASDAQ, and we'll send you those details right away about the rules of these strategies. So go and do that now. Before we begin, though, as always, I invite you to please leave us a like, subscribe to our channel, and please go and click on that notification bell, and that way you'll be able to stay updated on the release of all our new content. So here are the results of the first strategy that we'll talk about today. This is a trend-following strategy that was developed many years ago, more or less in 2018. And in the subsequent years that it has been on the market, it has achieved, well, even better results than in the period considered for its development. The average trade of the strategy, it's pretty outstanding. Now, this is a multi-day strategy where positions are kept open for several days, which certainly helps achieve those very high average trade values, as is the case with this strategy, where we see an average trade of over $400. Now remember, these results are net of commissions and slippage, which have already been accounted for. So this result is even more sensational. As I mentioned, the annual results of the system were also very positive, and the strategy performed even better in the out-of-sample years, post-programming years, than in previous years. All the years from 2019 to 2023 are positive, with an amazing performance, considering that it was achieved with a fixed contract size. This strategy manages to make good trades the moment volatility explodes in this market. As you can see, it's a strategy that either waits for downward movements to enter short or upward movements to enter long. In short, the typical characteristics of a trend-following strategy. What we see now, while similar to the previous equity curve, is a different equity curve because it refers to a different strategy, which is the second one that we're going to be looking at today. This is an intraday strategy, meaning that it closes all the positions by the end of the session at the latest. And again, this session was developed in 2018 and was also able to make excellent profits, especially in the post-development period. In this case, the average trade is much lower than in the previous strategy. However, it is still over $110, and that is pretty reasonable for a strategy that closes its positions by the end of the session at the latest. If we look at the annual results, we can see that the strategy has brought in profits of more than $23,000 from 2022 to date, and the profits increase the further we go back, because 2021, as well as 2020 and 2019, were also absolutely positive years, as we can see in this screen. Again, as I said, this strategy is a trend-following strategy that is calculated on a 15-minute time frame and tries to follow the underlying trend of this market. You can see that after the underlying rises, the strategy tries to place long entry orders, as in this case, where the strategy then closed its position in take profit. In this last screen, we can see the strategies together, and from January 1st, 2022 to February 2023, which is the last month that just closed, the first strategy has already brought in profits of over $45,000 after fees. While on the other hand, the other strategy, which is correlated to the first one, has brought in $23,000 from January 1st, 2022 until March 2023. So a total of about $69,000, which in about a year and a couple of months, the first 2 to 3 months of 2023, are certainly very significant results, and hopefully will continue into the future. I just want to remind everyone, please, that if you want to get the rules of these strategies, comment down below the video with the word NASDAQ, and as soon as possible, we'll send you a table with the most crucial information to reproduce these strategies. If, on the other hand, you don't have the necessary experience, but would like to learn how to create trading strategies, like the ones we've shown today on your own, then click on the link below. It's going to take you to a page where you can go and watch a free presentation by Andrea Unger, or go and get our best-selling book by covering only the shipping costs, or even book a free call with a member of our team. Lots to do with that link. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell so that you can stay up to date. And with that, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.